brought my phone.
All right, guys, welcome into episode 8 of The Roast of Us. This episode's going to be a little bit different, I guess. We're going to try new things every time for a while to see what
I think every single time we start an episode, you're like, this one's going to be a little bit different.
You know what's the same every single episode? Leslie critiques my introduction every single
I'm
episode.
I'm consistent, if nothing else.
It doesn't matter what I say. I could be like, welcome in, President Obama. Thank you for being here. She'd be like, wow, you called him President, not Mr. President?
Fucking embarrassing.
Plebe.
in front of Obama, she'd be saying that too.
That's a T word right there, and there you go.
You want to know the funny thing? It's going to be controversial that I said Obama, okay? Because if you choose a side at any side now, it's
You
controversial.
didn't choose a side. You simply said the man's name.
Exactly. That's picking a side. It's like you can't even say his name.
He's not Voldemort.
So if I say Hitler,
No.
But see, that's fine because everybody hates
Canceled.
Hitler.
no one
Not-
said I
not
hated
everybody.
him. I just said his name.
Carlton,
Point proven.
Did you just assume
you
his
need
hate?
to say you hate him. Okay, let's be clear. We hate Hitler on this podcast.
I don't hate anyone. I think he did horrible things, though. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, you hate Hitler. We're just going to say, I'll say it for him, guys. Carlton hates Hitler.
I'm a grown man. I speak for myself.
Well, not on this podcast. You're like, Hitler's all right. He just had some bad ideas.
Everyone,
No.
this
That's
is
going
what
to be
you
a
call.
soundbite now. Stop.
He is the one who controls the soundbite. He's going to make this whole thing look bad.
You know, I have
He's spinning
I have
it.
the keys to the kingdom. You guys just don't get it.
He's already getting AI generations going. He's collecting enough data so that he can make AIs of us, fake ones.
Deep fake.
I know.
No,
Deepfake
just
is completely
audio.
different. Deepfake is taking AI and putting your face in somebody else's face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
AI is completely artificially generating your entire body, voice, mannerisms, and digitalizing it.
Yeah.
It's not real. There's no person behind it. There's no, it's just completely AI generated.
That's hardcore.
They have, songs that are done by...
Yeah, I know.
Like artists
I know.
who are dead singing different artists' songs. Joe Rogan and the founder of Apple, Steve Jobs, have an entire podcast
That's fucking wild.
that never
See,
happened.
no, my use of AI is being on the side of TikTok where Kanye West is singing covers of Taylor Swift songs.
Yeah, I
It's incredible.
You know, I thought this would be an
God.
episode we got through without hearing the words. Taylor
Absolutely
Swift.
not. Taylor Swift and Maddie Healy broke up.
there
It's worthy mentioning that they are
so
officially
I did
broken
ask her. I
up.
was like, "Hey, we should react to things that are happening in today's world." The first thing she was like, "Taylor Swift and Matt Healy broke up," and I was like, "Who is Matt Healy? And when did he start dating Taylor Swift?"
She was in her I'm into guys with mattresses on the floor phase. It's fine.
With what on the floor?
Nothing. It's a thing.
Taylor
Just leave it
Swift
alone.
dates guys that bag at Kroger. So
That was
they
the same
cannot-
energy.
Yeah, so they cannot be enough for her. So she has
material
material for her next album.
Just dates.
Listen,
bad
she was
guys.
doing it. She was doing it for the art, and I appreciate that. It was all for the content, and I'm with it. I can appreciate the commitment to the bit.
Yeah, well,
What?
now that we've gone down a rabbit
Yeah.
hole for no reason whatsoever, let's talk about what we're going to talk about. Because it was controversial this weekend. Because I decided that, hey, we should do something fun with the kids this weekend. And we just kind of I was like, let's just do it. Let's just go out of town.
No.
And we'll do some fun stuff. We'll go to the zoo.
No.
We'll do all this fun stuff. It made my wife's brain explode.
That is not what happened.
That is what happened.
That's not what happened. Here's what happened. Here's the truth. Okay? We had plans. We did have plans for the weekend. We were going to go to your parents' house. They have a big fat-ass blow-up water slide. We were going to grill out. We were going to do some food. Cody's plans got intercepted. And
well, those
then
plans
he said
didn't work out.
those plans could have worked out. I'm not
No.
saying they could have.
What?
Cody decided we were going to be spontaneous and do something else. Something else. Leave out of town. And originally it started with we were just going to go out to Little Rock for the day and go to the zoo. Okay, chill. Well, by the time we finally get everybody in the car and ready to leave, the zoo closes at fucking 4:30 or 4 o'clock. It's 2:30 and we're just not getting in the car. It's 2 hours to Little Rock. That's not going to work. Okay? And
Hold
then
on. Let's
we're in
stop
the- no,
right
no, no,
here.
no.
No, put a pause. This is all 4 minutes of talking. So
This
let's
is
not...
not 4 minutes of talking.
Yes, this took 3 minutes to figure out. It was like, oh, let's go to Little Rock. Oh, zoo's closed. Okay, let's do something else. It's not like we made an entire plan, scheduled it, planned it, got it ready,
Cody,
and then it didn't work.
We left. We pulled out of the driveway. We're gone out of the driveway. And then he said, fuck it, let's just get a hotel. Pulled back in. Turned around, pulled back in, and then had to pack overnight bags for a town we didn't even know we were going to yet.
Well, yeah, we decided,
didn't
like,
know
we were
what
about to
to
leave,
do.
and you were like, well, why don't we go to the zoo tomorrow? Then I said, good, let's just get a hotel. And we did.
This is so much more than a 4-minute conversation because you called me when we were going
Yeah.
to the first place. Hey, we're going to meet up here. We're going to have some fun there. Cool. 30 minutes later. Hey, we're not actually going over there. We're going to our house. Let's meet there. Cool. 20 minutes later.
No.
You know what? Scratch that. We're going away.
And see, my
No.
my
And
version
then
of
I
it.
called Lacey on our way
hold
out.
on. Yes. The people, listen.
The people
Listen,
versus
the
Cody.
people, the people who were going to be with us at my mom and dad's ended up not being able to do it. So all that did take long. But once I knew that all that was done, we were going somewhere.
I'm so glad you
Well-
didn't tell me about this.
Well, my version,
is
I get a
wonderful.
call at 2:34. I just checked my phone. 2:34.
That's true.
Y'all were already out, heading out,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You call me, and I'm just like, wait, I'm supposed to go home.
Yeah.
Just pack
It's an
up.
invite.
Yeah, I appreciate it, but it was an unrealistic invite
No, it
We
isn't.
were no, but the fact
for
he called
all
you.
the things that
No,
were
for
going to
you-
take place.
For you, it's an unrealistic invite. For me, it was.
Yeah,
we
because
did
it was in your brain. You
He's
came
that
up
one
with
fucking
it.
kid.
No,
What do you mean it's
but I
unrealistic?
called. That was like 10 minutes after I figured out what we were doing. I called you. So it's not unrealistic. It might be unrealistic for people who have to plan everything. But if you're willing to just do whatever's fun and live life, it's not so bad at all.
we
isn't
were in
it?
Atlanta
Hold on.
when he called you.
No, I wasn't.
We were in
We were
Atlanta.
passing 2148 because I almost thought about
Atlanta.
inviting Anthony too.
So
but it's probably
but
hard
didn't.
with
Fuck
a baby.
you.
well, tell us how the weekend went, though. Did it go
Yeah, the
according?
weekend was great though. That's what I don't understand. Everybody's attacking me. We had a wonderful weekend. Maybe the best weekend we've had with our kids ever.
Listen, I
Can you
said it.
confirm that?
I said it in the TikTok. Once we were on the road and I knew what the plan was, the hotel was actually booked. Everything was done. I knew what we were doing. I was vibing. It was fine. But it's just, it was the unknown. We didn't know even if we were for sure going to the water park. We didn't know. We
One
knew
more
the
thing.
zoo.
One more thing. Time out. Pause here. So this is a pro move for people
Jesus.
who will go with the flow. Married to somebody who doesn't do that at all.
Mm-mm.
I packed an entire thing of margarita, big one. I just start drinking down on the trip, baby. By the time we got there, everything was cool.
I was
She was
fucking
vibing. That's
lit.
because she
No,
was
he said
four
it was-
margaritas deep.
You said it was margarita.
It's mostly, yeah, it was
Whatever he made for y'all
mostly tequila.
on the golf course, 4 of those.
Yeah, mostly
That
tequila.
was good. It was
It's
Four
good.
of
though,
those.
wasn't it?
It was
And because
good.
that tequila was so
good.
smooth and like the spicy, like you don't realize
Yeah,
that it's
I didn't
all
realize
liquor.
she drank 4 until she was like, "Man, these things are really good." And I was like, "Oh, cool." She's like, "I'm almost done." I was like, "Oh, That's like- you drank a little bit,
I was
but
lit.
that's why you were vibing."
I was lit by the
I
time we
knew
got
how to
there.
take your edge off, but it's fun because we went there. We got every kid. We went shopping. Listen, okay, before y'all start attacking us, we don't have the money to do this all the time, but good commission check, things like that happened, worked out. We had a little
No,
extra
I made
money.
money from fucking TikTok. Like, it's okay that people know that. Like, it's okay that people know that I profit and we profit from us doing this.
Okay. Yes,
It's okay. Like,
that's not the money that paid for this time.
yes, it is. My
No,
affiliate,
that was my paycheck.
my
You haven't
affiliate
got
stuff
paid
paid
yet.
for, my affiliate stuff paid for this.
He doesn't
paid for
want them
every
to know that y'all made
every dollar
millions.
spent
Millions,
on bullshit.
get out of here, bro.
No, every
Oh,
dollar
okay,
we
you
spent.
did 600 of that. Yes, 600 was from you. That is true. So Leslie paid for the expenses. I paid for all the big stuff. I forgot about that. Yeah, that's fine.
You fuck. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it was so aggressive. I wasn't even. You didn't even let me finish. She wants to take credit. But yes, we were making a little bit of money. We spent probably more than we should have. But the kids had a blast. They got new shoes, which they needed.
I got new shoes, which
You
I didn't need.
Didn't need. But she got them anyways.
Well, McKinley's birthday's next weekend.
We got all of her birthday stuff because she's going to be in Houston for her birthday with her sister and her mom.
Yep.
So they're going to
Schlitterbahn.
Schlitterbahn. So she was going to be here, so we went and took her. That was fun. We're actually going to see the new Spider-Man movie, and then we got there, and
We
the
were
one
gonna-
thing we did not think about was how much bigger the city is, like
Yeah.
compared to what we normally do. So like
You
we
can
can
just
go
walk
we can
into
go to
a
the
movie.
movies 10 minutes before the movie starts. You're going to get tickets. You can get any, you can go with 10 people. It doesn't matter.
No, our plan was to go to the they have a studio movie grill in
Yes.
Tyler, and I was wanting figured make it easy. We can eat dinner in the same spot, watch the movie, do the thing, and then go back to the hotel, hang out, do whatever we're gonna do after that.
They did not have 7 seats in a row.
They did. They had 7 seats in
Well,
a row at the very, very bottom.
That means they
like,
didn't have
staring
7
up
seats
the
in a row.
screen. I said,
I'm not about
"Fuck
to pay.
no."
Those don't exist.
No,
So then
premium
we-
ticket prices, front row. No, that means they didn't have.
And nobody could agree on what we wanted to eat. I'm still mad we didn't go to Cheddar's. We should have just gone there because Buffalo Wild Wings is fucking mediocre.
How is
We
this
spent
turning
100
negative to you?
No, it's not.
Everybody
no.
agreed to eat but Leslie. Let's make that
Everybody
all the
wanted
kids
Buffalo Wild
wanted
Wings
Buffalo
but
Wild-
me.
But Leslie.
Because I know that Buffalo Wild Wings is like mediocre.
No, you're mad because
know.
everybody else got a good flavor. And then
mine was
you
bad.
had to eat my wings because yours were bad. So hold on, let's
What
get into
flavor?
this. Stop before we go farther. We brought out a platter of taste flavors. Okay, 7 flavors we brought out to taste, and then she tastes all of them. It's like these are so good. Picks a flavor that wasn't on the platter. Sucks ass. It does. It tastes just like clove. I think is what is the?
Here's
It
my
was
thing.
it clove.
Okay, here's my thing. It was Caribbean jerk seasoning.
It's bad.
And
They're
I
dying
usually
laughing.
like-
Laugh into the mic, okay? I want you. I'm telling you, it was so stupid.
You self-sabotage.
Yes, and then ate my
And then are
wings.
complaining about it.
And then ate my wings.
Listen, I usually like Caribbean jerk seasoning. It just was
Bro.
really shitty on
But
those
we got
wings.
7 flavor options. She said all of them were good. Then chose something different, and now that's what it's like. Oh my god!
Wait, how did you get us? They have like
They let you do little
samplers?
tasters
Yeah, they
of
like if
the
you ask for
sauces.
sauces,
Really?
they'll bring them out to you.
I
let
didn't
you
know
taste
that.
Yeah,
We don't have
well,
the B-dubs here
like,
anymore.
No.
no, they
'Cause it was
our
trash.
I was about to
Because it
say,
was
all right, the
ass.
B Dubs in Texarkana probably wouldn't bring you
Yeah.
samples. They'd be like,
Asian
get your
zing.
own samples.
If you didn't have Asian zing there,
God,
I don't
what?
wanna
No,
hear it.
so listen, they had this new flavor called what was it? Sweet chili lime.
No. Yes.
Yeah, was it or was it
She
not?
just
I don't
wants to
understand.
disagree. It was sweet
yeah,
chili lime.
She's
It was
just
sweet chili
she's
lime.
gonna be contradictory this whole
Episode is just
I'm in
whatever
the mood
comes out of that
now.
man's mouth is wrong. No, it was sweet chili lime, and it was phenomenal.
It was
and
tasty.
everybody had a good time. The orange chicken for the kids, I think almost all of them got orange chicken. I
They
got the sweet
fucking
chili lime,
loved it.
and Leslie just left field,
No.
and hers did suck. I mean, they were bad.
They were really yucky.
It tasted like is it clove that I'm thinking?
It was
of the
lots of
flavor?
clove, heavy.
It
It
an
tasted.
odd flavor for Caribbean jerk.
McKinley tasted it and said it tastes like seasoning.
Yeah,
what?
It just tastes like season.
but not like
Tastes like season.
So
I don't know what that means, but it wasn't good.
But she was right.
No, I said it tastes like a Christmas flavor that shouldn't be there.
Huh? Mistletoe.
Mistletoe.
Are you eating mistletoe?
No, we
I've
had these-
never had it, but I'm imagining.
Tastes
We
like a
spent, we,
Christmas.
Okay,
Anyway, we spent
so-
a shit ton of money at the mall. It was fun. We had
It
a
was
great
fun.
time. We went and ate. We went to Target when we were done because we did decide we were going to go to the water park. Hopefully, we actually didn't know because I was looking at the weather. We're like over halfway there. We were planning on going to this little indoor water park place there, and I'm looking at the weather. It's got like 50% chance of thunderstorms on Sunday.
Hold on, pause. This is how
Chili.
crazy my wife is. I'm telling her it's an indoor water
What
park.
the fuck?
And she's still worried about the weather. And I'm like, don't you think indoor it won't matter? And she was like, what if it does? And I'm like, see, you can't be like that when you're just going with the flow here.
I can't do that.
It's indoor. Just
Simple brain.
assume that if it's indoor, it can be raining. It doesn't matter because it's indoor.
Anyway, we went and got
So
the.
don't try to make it bad. You're trying to be like, the weather could have been bad. This trip could have went. It's indoor water park. We were fine.
You even know, even the mornings we went to the zoo Sunday morning, which was a blast. The kids absolutely fucking
Because
loved
she
the
talked
zoo.
me into it. She's like, they open the top.
Y'all.
And I'm like, they open the top.
Y'all, listen.
We got there. The top doesn't even open.
She's
Listen.
making it.
yeah,
up.
she's just making it up.
Listen. Okay, if there's one thing about me, if there's one
making it up.
thing,
So yeah, I'm a little concerned. I'm like, damn, if they open the top, the rain could matter.
I'm so tired
There
of
was
this.
the top doesn't open.
I'm so tired of this episode already. I'm so ready to be done and pack this shit up and go home.
Cody, y'all
Done.
did
You
go to
are
Little
old.
Rock, right?
no.
I didn't think
You're
you
right.
did.
Went
I
to
was like,
Tyler.
what?
Oh, Tyler.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
5
where'd you
minutes
think
after
they
we
were,
called you. Look,
Cody?
look, look,
Or
look, look,
Anthony?
look over there on the computer screen, my desk screen. That's still open. I haven't changed it.
For my
That's
society
because
to
I
go to the
realized the zoo closes at 4. So that's when the plans changed. I did one Google search, realized that's not an option. Tyler's now the go-to. So,
Guy is swift.
boom.
He's
This man
annoying.
could move
as
to
hell.
Florida in that time.
Listen. I guarantee you, if you guys just said, hey, we don't care what's happening. We're going to do something for a weekend. And you didn't ask what the plan was. You'd think I had a weekend planned out. But guess what? I would just go by the flow and y'all would love it. I just thrive when I
No,
don't have to plan.
I really don't
It's
have
the,
a problem
it's
with
the
spontaneity.
undiagnosed and unmedicated ADHD. I told Cody just the other day, I said, God, what I wouldn't give to just see you on
On meds?
one Vyvanse, one Addy. What, you would be a fucking superhero, dog. Because
You'd be a superhero dog.
What the-
Limitless, baby. They call me
way-
Bradley Cooper.
Yeah,
the
right?
way Cody functions
Yeah.
with his ADHD so unchecked is absolutely fucking feral.
Yeah,
It is-
I recently read what ADHD is, and I definitely have it.
we
Didn't know
we
that.
know.
I always
Hey,
everybody told
did
me,
you-
but
hey,
like,
You
I
didn't know what the
didn't know.
acronym
Shut up.
was?
Did y'all know? Did y'all know that Cody had ADHD? Did y'all know that?
No.
Was this-
Anthony, what? I don't have. It's not diagnosed, but I'm like 90% sure that's
Well-
how my brain works.
Well, also Anthony works with him, so it's different. You know, I don't see him in the workplace, so I can accept
Anthony knows
his,
what I know.
his stupid.
It's stupid.
Well, also,
Leslie,
I have not tried
Wait,
to
shut up.
get Carlton into a business really yet.
Yeah, shut
No.
up.
That's
Listen.
when you really get to see it.
I want to know what your mental state was while he's just going with the flow. Just go with it. What were you thinking?
She was drunk.
Carlton knows how to deal with a Wojtek.
No, I was being a super twat
In the beginning,
for like an hour and
after
a half.
2 margaritas,
And it's carried
Bro,
over
it's
to this
smooth.
pod.
And it's
Yeah. She's holding resentment. Because, okay, this is something I want to talk about. Because she said that it was last minute. And I said, no, it's spur of the moment.
that's the same
Spontaneous.
fucking
No,
thing.
listen.
And can we Google that?
Stop, listen. Hear me out. Hear
Give
my
me a
thought
Google.
process out first.
It's
Listen.
dumb as fuck.
Last minute, to me, okay, feels like you had a plan or you had something you needed to do and you waited to do it. That's having to do it last minute.
No.
But spur of the moment is there was no plan. There was nothing we had to do. We just did it.
No, here's my thing. I posted a TikTok about this the day of as we're leaving, and somebody in my comments, I don't remember your name, I'm so sorry, but in my comments said the difference between last minute and spur of the moment is before you have kids, and last minute is after you have the motherfucker.
No,
Like,
no.
yes, it is.
No, you were like this before. You were like this at like 17 years old when I met you. I was like, you want to go to dinner? And you're like, where? And I'm like, I don't know. And you're like, then no. Like, don't play me.
Whoa.
Hey, Cody.
This is how it's been.
Cody,
These are both very creative ways to say impulsive.
that's
Yeah.
him. It's
I
ADHD.
am impulsive, but
It's
I am
the
saying there is a
ADHD.
different. If the mindset of it's last minute.
The Google
You know what I
definition
mean?
of spur of the moment is done without planning in advance.
Oh!
Impulsive.
Yeah.
But I kind of agree with the last minute thing.
Yeah.
I can get where you're coming from.
Because it
Yeah,
sounds
there was
negative,
a
like
plan,
you had a
but I
plan
waited to the last possible moment
That's-
to enact
to
the plan.
execute.
But
It's
if
true.
you didn't have a plan, then it carries over to spur of the moment.
right? Because you didn't. There was nothing to do, and it was like, hey, let's just do something.
Yeah.
We did have a plan because we spent like $75 at Target the night before getting water guns and shit for the kids the day of. So there was a plan.
Yeah,
You shifted the plan and
no,
changed
the
the plan.
plan had to be canceled because the people who were going to be involved in it ended up not being able to be there. So it was like, okay, so we could go alone, which is not what we're gonna do. So the plan got canceled,
Fuck
right?
it.
That plan fell through. So then it was like, okay, spur of the moment, let's go have a great week with the kids. The crazy thing
We
is
had
how
a lot of
aggressive.
fun.
I know.
We had a lot of fun. The kid, y'all, my kids were scarred. Listen, the elephant in the zoo had its whole dick out.
No, you don't understand.
Its whole dick was out.
You don't understand.
It got muscles on its dick, and for what?
No, it has shoulder muscles.
On its
Vascular, huh?
penis.
Yeah, no, I,
Don't
I got a video. Of it, but
pull
Listen,
the
listen,
video of
for
the
real.
dick
Bruh.
up.
no.
Tell me when to stop.
Okay, imagine you stand up, your dick touched the ground.
Oh my.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
like,
another leg.
It was down there,
Dragging?
not dragging, but like it was probably like this
It was
close to the
grazing.
ground. You know what I mean?
It was grazing
Like
the
if he
ground.
moved a little bit, like he actually spread his legs, which was, elephant was doing things I never seen before. Okay, spread his legs to piss. He spread his legs to piss, and then it was just like circling on the ground because he was on the ground.
Oh.
And I was like, God damn! Can you imagine if we were like that? Like people were like, oh, it's like hung like a horse. Yeah, no, elephant, dude. It's
Yeah.
on. It's his entire leg length. And they have long legs. It's not like me.
Why
It's
are-
like my dick's as long as my leg. If I was an alligator, you know, like
You're describing this like you're talking about a wonder of the world.
It,
Yeah.
That's how it was. Rowan literally
Whoa.
said,
Oh my!
"No, no,
Whoa, we already know you're attracted to lions.
No.
Now elephant cock.
What?
no."
Yeah.
It was so uncomfortable. Rowan literally said, "Why is its wiener so big?" He was.
Rory said that thing's tail is funny. I said, yeah, tail.
Keep thinking
Keep
that's a tail.
thinking that's a tail.
Yeah.
That is not a
We
tail.
fed giraffes.
Yeah, it was fun. The zoo was actually a blast.
We had a blast at the zoo.
Yeah.
The Rory feeding the birds was so.
And Bryce
fucking
was
cute.
he didn't, you could tell when I decided we were leaving, he did not want to leave. you know, he wanted to play video games all weekend like he always does on the weekends.
Yeah, Bryce
and
was
he
pissed
was
that
not
we
happy.
made
But
him
dude, he
participate.
was so happy the whole time.
He had
Just
a
like
blast.
once he got over his like
Teenage boy.
Yeah, and also
Yeah.
he likes plans. I think there's very few people who like to do the way I naturally function, which
Ugh.
is no need to plan. I can just figure it out.
It makes my skin crawl.
Because I
actually.
think the problem with people who like want to plan a lot and why it's so hard for them is there's like this negative connotation when things don't work out. See, I failed so much in my life, probably much more than the average person. I don't even care anymore. It's like things don't work out. Who cares? Just do something else. Do something. Keep going. If it when we weren't going to the movies because it was sold out, Leslie was like, "We're gonna die." And I'm like, "No, it's fine. We're
That's
just gonna
a little
go get a game."
dramatic. I had the idea of getting the game.
No, you didn't.
I did.
No, you didn't.
I had the idea.
You
for
had the
game.
idea to get golf once we chose a game.
We played the fuck out of some Mario Golf when we got back to our hotel.
It was fun.
By the way, we stayed in a La Quinta, so like, let's not act like we were like bawling out to the
No.
wall.
It's like
Stayed in La
$120 a night.
With all the kids, we got a king bed. So we had a king bed, right?
Mhm.
And
With
then
the pull-out couch.
There was a pull-out couch. And then
And
we
it had
brought
a
our
little
air
couch thing
mattress.
as
Yeah, there was
well.
like a little bitty chase thing like off the pull-out couch. So Ryder slept on the pull-out couch. And then the cushion, no, we actually did not. And then Bryce slept on the pull-out bed, McKinley slept on the air mattress, and then Aurora and Rowan ended up
In the king size
in
bed.
the king-size bed with us.
Yep.
They didn't care.
No.
They loved
They
it.
thought it was a blast.
They thought it was the coolest shit they'd ever seen in their
They
life.
never
being
got
in
to
a
stay in a
hotel.
hotel before, and I mean, to me that was the thing. Is like, yeah, we could have not done it because there was no plan. And here's the thing: if we would have planned, there was no chance we would have went. Because reality is, we made some pretty irresponsible financial decisions. I'm gonna be honest with you, but looking back on it now, like, should I have spent as much money as we spent? Probably not. Is it gonna kill us?
No.
We're just not gonna put that money into savings. But at the same time, dude, my kids had a blast, and I'm not gonna put a price tag on that. Obviously, if my bills aren't getting paid,
That's a different
that's
situation.
different. Like,
This
we're not
is on top.
spending bill money here, but we're also spending. That was the money from that. The first paycheck of the month, the money that would normally go into our savings, did not go into our savings. It went to doing whatever we were doing.
It went
But
to memories.
It was memories. It was
yeah.
a blast.
And
I
I
loved
wouldn't
it.
change
Nothing wrong
that
with that.
at all. And so that's why, especially for us, because I am bad about worrying too much about money. I think for sure. Where say we're gonna plan a getaway with the kids. I started doing the math on everything we would do. I'd probably talk myself out of it because if it's gonna end up being that much, maybe we don't do this.
Yeah.
Well, let's just stay home. We'll just take them to the movies or something. And I every now and then, I'm not saying all the time, but every now and then, just splurge a little. Like, what's the point in working if you're not gonna play a little bit?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's really where I'm at with everything. Is just the kids had a blast. All of them, all 5. We did things that they would all enjoy, and I don't think we can put a price tag on that. Like, it was
No.
just a blast.
I agree. It was really, really fun getting to see them with the birdies and feeding them and feeding the giraffes, and the water park was fun.
To sum all this up, my way's better. There's just no need to plan anything ever again.
Okay, we're taking a break. Okay, so I was on Reddit today, and I was looking at like some of the Am I the Asshole, some different relationship type stuff to get into the episode today, and I found a question, or like somebody looking for advice, and I just need to get Cody's reaction as I read this, okay?
I have a feeling
Husband-
I'm getting set up.
Husband going to zoo with colleague. Hi, mamas. I need to vent. I wanted to go to the zoo many times before with my husband and our 2-year-old. He flat out said no because he's against zoos and animals locked up there. Fine, I accepted it and we did not go. Whatever. Today he mentioned he is going to the zoo with his colleague, her daughter, and our daughter, same age. This made me so annoyed and sad because he was so against it. Now he is willing to go with someone else. I'm sad I will miss out on seeing our daughter's reaction to the big animals in real life that we look at every night in her book and on her poster. He says, I have an issue. I'm pissed off, just needed to vent. And there's an edit. He said he decided not to go because he felt bad / couldn't enjoy being there knowing that I felt bad about the zoo thing. Not 100% sure he understands why still.
Okay. She's sad because of all... She's getting cheated on. For sure.
Cody, let me just explain. I'm actually not allowed to say the things that I would do to you in this situation for fear of being completely taken off the internet for life.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Absolutely fucking not, dog.
I think you're going a little
Absolutely
far.
not.
Like, I'm gonna murder you. I don't.
No,
think...
if you're telling me I'm sorry. If I've been asking you for months, hey, let's go to the zoo, make a little zoo trip. It'll be fun, and you're like, no, I'm against it. Whatever. First of all, shut the fuck up. That first thing, all right? Whatever. Okay, I'll let it go.
So you're gonna give this long explanation, and it's still not gonna be worth you would murder me or do things you can't say on the internet. Damn. I mean, don't get me wrong. Fight about it, but I mean, unless you think I'm cheating on you, which that guy definitely is cheating on his
That's what I'm
wife.
saying. An emotional affair at the bare minimum. Girl, go through his phone. Be toxic. Go through that man's phone today. His emails.
Listen, they're already toxic. You don't get to a relationship where your husband's taking another woman's kid to the zoo.
Yeah, that's what
that
I'm saying.
sounds bad because normally it's not so bad. Maybe if you're like you just don't ever go anywhere with a coworker who's of the opposite sex
And
without
not invite
your
your
spouse.
wife.
It's just
And not include her
that
in the
is
outing.
just asking.
It's a little
for
weird,
problems.
even if you invite your wife. It's a little weird, but like, okay.
Well, no,
but
I
like
mean-
maybe she's a single mom. Like,
Yeah, I mean there
whatever.
are ways that could be like, especially
Fun.
if your spouse and her are friends. Okay,
it does
you know what
not
I mean?
sound like they're friends.
Oh no, definitely not. If you're not even invited, that's what throws me off.
And here's my thing: he's a real piece of shit for that. First of all, for two reasons. One, yeah, something that your wife has obviously been looking forward to do with your daughter.
Honestly,
Why would you want to exclude her from that? First of all, and then two, to say you're not worth doing it with, but this other chick, mother, fricker.
First time she
Absolutely
censors
not.
herself. She can't say motherfucker. She's just said fucker like 19 times.
I realized that I said it a lot this episode, and I'm like, you know what, Leslie, maybe pull back, maybe bring the reins in a little bit. So I said fricker.
Yeah, no, that woman. First off, she needs to learn to just punch her man in the throat. Just once.
one time.
Because she needs to stand up for herself. Show
Makes
him
me
she
sad
can't.
for her.
No, not really. She should just leave him. She's like, because
Okay,
right
that's
there.
easier said than done, though.
No, it's
just
not.
leave him.
Yeah, 100%.
What if that's like her? I mean, if she's been a stay-at-home mother, like I think that's what she said in the thing. Like, I'm a stay-at-home mom. Like, what source of income does she? Like, that's easier said than done for people in those kind of situations to just up and leave. Like, I don't think that's a fair assessment. I mean, but there
Listen.
definitely needs to be a bigger conversation had, and that's not
Listen.
just about the zoo. What?
I'm not gonna say this. Never mind.
No, what?
No,
you
you're gonna get
opened
me
it
in
up.
trouble if I say it.
You opened it up.
Listen, you can leave if you have a bad relationship. You can leave, and if it's like, oh God,
I do not agree with you,
You can
at
leave.
all. We're not going to agree. We're going to have to agree to disagree.
You
Because
think you
that
can't?
is
Is that
wrong.
why you're still here?
No, I'm here because I want to be here.
No, you
but
can
to
leave.
act like people don't get into situations where
No,
you get
can
married
leave.
and
you can leave. You can leave. You can leave. You can leave all the time.
But is that a leavable offense?
If he's cheating on her, yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm not saying if he's cheating, but like,
Well, or she needs to just grow a spine. One of the two. I mean, he's a piece of shit. I'm saying leave him, but at the same time, like the whole writing, the way that was written is like very much so. She's trying to like, oh, I'm sad because no, you should be sad because he's clearly having either emotional and physical affair with somebody else. The whole post is written in almost like defense of him.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
No,
no,
yeah.
you need to stand up.
Which is sad. I think that's sad.
Yeah, I want to
Because I
hurt the guy.
guarantee you it's one of those situations where her self-esteem is broken down so much.
I agree. But
that
I think
she's
she
like,
should
this
definitely,
is what-
because
this
he's
is normal.
probably got her to that.
Oh,
We're
that's so
making
fucking
so
gross.
many assumptions off of a Reddit post.
This is what the whole
but
idea
guess
is.
what? That's what you do on
I have
Reddit.
another one. Wait, I have
This is
another
true.
one.
Okay, one more.
This one triggered me bad for multiple different reasons. This is a longer one, okay? So feel free to interrupt me. Am I the asshole for telling my wife the truth? A little backstory. My wife and I met at 21. We've been very happy together ever since. We got married at 28 when she was pregnant with our daughter. I worked full-time in a very high-stress but lucrative field. I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to mean.
Means he makes a little money.
In high stress, whatever. We're assuming that everything this guy is saying is correct. All right. My wife stays home to take care of our little girl and the household. We are both 33. Whatever. Lately, we've been fighting a lot, mostly about her workload. He puts workload in quotations, by the way. I've been trying to be understanding. Yeah, it says,
Alright.
it says I'm fighting about her workload.
Okay.
I've tried to be understanding. I'll leave work 30 minutes every day to pick up our daughter from school. All right. A few weeks ago, my wife really went off and kept ranting about hiring a cleaning lady so she wasn't always stressed. Red flags started going off in my head, but I kept my concerns to myself. Our house is only 2,700 square feet, and it.
Only, hold on, only?
Only. Damn.
quite a
He's
size
got
bar.
lucrative. It's lucrative.
He's a
If
spy. I
only
already
is
figured that out.
lucrative.
And it's only the 3 humans and 2 dogs. Not exactly a huge load responsibility-wise.
I mean,
That's the end of it?
No, there's more.
Oh,
but that
okay.
sentence
I mean,
alone,
don't
that sentence
get
alone,
me,
that guy's a cock. I'm sorry. What a fucking
don't
dickhead.
get me wrong. It's a workload, but it's not like overwhelming. If she is there alone with only one kid who's in school and 2 dogs,
I'm not disagreeing that it's not like it's unmanageable.
It's
That's
the
not
way
what I'm
he's
saying.
speaking about
that's
it.
it's
But-
not actually that much. Once your kid is in school, the workload's significantly less.
Well, we
Let's
need to hear the rest.
be clear there. Look at me crazy.
I'm still stuck on that this house is bigger than my first
I
apartment.
know.
And the house combined in square footage was.
And it's just 2700.
I figured she'd
2700.
cool off and calm down in a few days. Nope, she started demanding I let her know the wage that I'd be willing to pay. She wants to put out ads. I told her I'd take care of it. Instead, I grabbed my assistant in work and sat him down at my laptop for the week with the password to my home security.
Oh,
Oh, no.
She's averaging around 2 hours of activity a day.
Oh
Before
my
I get
God.
into this,
Oh.
listen, you
Before
want
I
to spy
get-
on your wife, you do it. You do not
Yeah,
pay
you
your
don't get
assistant to
anybody
do
else
it.
to do that.
No, like don't get me wrong. You want to do that? It's up to you, I guess. But do not.
that's fucking
For sure. That's
weird. And again, here's my thing. The condescending fucking attitude around what she does in a day is not fair.
bro. hold
Regardless of
Hold
whether
on.
you're
What she does in
thinking
2 hours?
that she
Hold
doesn't
on.
do a lot of stuff like before this, right? I'm going to get into this and then we kind of
Well,
can shift our viewpoint
But
here a
he's
little bit.
Hold
also
on.
typing all of that while knowing what's been going
I guess
on.
that's fair. That's
So
fair.
you have to look at it that way.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But also, listen, if all you have is 2 dogs and yourself at home, when you're a stay-at-home mother and you have kids at home, I promise I've seen you do it for years, that job is incredibly taxing. Once the kids go to school and you're not even dropping them off and picking them up,
No, I fucking
the
love that
bus
shit.
picks you up,
Oh, I love that shit.
and your husband is getting out of work early to go pick up the kids, don't try to play stay-at-home
that's
moms
half,
like that's
because
hard.
that's half my day.
Yeah, like
It's
that's
just picking up kids.
dude, picking up kids is no joke. And here's the thing: if there's only 3 of them, that means maybe a load of laundry a week. You're the only one at home all day long, so you just have to clean up after yourself.
This is the thing I'm going to
feed
say
the
as somebody
dogs.
that's been a stay-at-home mom for the past ever, because I do this, I work from home
Yeah, I
now in this
agree.
way, but like, and now that I am making money and stuff, I feel our roles have not changed, but shifted a little bit. There's been a little bit more distribution of like household chores. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? Like
absolutely.
you do more because I am working during the day in another capacity. That's not just like this is the
Yeah,
only
we
thing
have
I
to
have
figure out a
focus
way
on.
to share them.
And that's great. But if that is what you're contributing to your household, right? Like you're not bringing in, and it's not just about monetary whatever, but like if your husband's the one working and paying all of the bills, and that is his burden to bear, fucking clean the shit. Like it's okay.
It's
like
not that hard.
it's not that, and vice versa. Like say you're like your brother is a stay-at-home dad.
Yeah.
His wife is the breadwinner, and
He
guess
keeps
what?
it clean.
He needs to make sure it does
Yeah.
have nothing to do with women and whatever. That's not
Yeah,
my
no,
thing.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
But you need
2,700
to-
is a lot of square footage. It's a little smaller than the house we have right now, but it's our house is
Manageable.
completely full of children. We have to have a house as big as we have, and it's all bedrooms. You know what I mean? We have all of our kids have a bedroom. It's still a lot of work when you have kids, but when kids are in school,
And it's
like when we
only
just had the
one-
one,
Yeah.
you and I both know that was not that bad.
Let me read. Let me get on. 7 a.m. This is still this. Ugh. Even if you're right, like you're still a dick.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
that's my thing.
Don't get me wrong. Paying your assistant to watch your wife
It's fucking weird.
is real weird.
7 a.m. Wake up and get our daughter ready for the bus. 8:15 back to bed. Dogs left unwalked and unfed until 11:10. To 2 p.m. Wake up again. Let the dogs out. Back from nowhere near long enough. Throw food in the bowls for them. Order breakfast and coffee. Text message me about the ridiculous amounts of dishes breakfast for her and my daughter created, a single bowl and a single spoon in reality. Lounge around and watch TV and scroll on her phone. 2 to 3:30, very minimalistic cleaning, mostly things that are glaringly obvious. Texts me while doing so, vastly inflating the difficulty level and level of actual dirt. 3:30, I pull out after picking up my daughter. This has been the last week or two. Like, this has been, like, continuously, like, basically since he's been fucking spying on her. She's contributing almost nothing and is complaining and lying about the little she does do. That obviously didn't go over well and lost the plot and just continues to lie about her workload. Am I the asshole here?
He is
Okay.
a-
Yes.
He is a
Well,
savage.
no.
He's an asshole.
Hold on.
Though.
Hold on. Is he going about it the wrong way? Absolutely. Is he right? Also absolutely.
I have another question. I have a question, though.
Like all the ways he figured out what his wife was doing, the way, and we've been through this. when there were times when you would say things were really hard or took really long time, the only time, very few times that happened, I would just go do them and be like, look, it's 30 minutes. I did it. This is what it, I mean, because there were times when we argue about like how long something would take. It's like, okay, let's go do it. Let's find out. You know what I mean? And
But
we
also
worked
at the same,
through
but
all
also
that.
at the same, no, because also at the same time, it.
You're
Get
pulling
mad.
in from when you had
I'm gonna
3
actually
kids
get
at
mad.
home.
No, here's my thing. My question is when she gets home, when he gets home from work, who is doing the brunt of taking care of their toddler? I guarantee it's her. I guarantee she is the default parent. And when he gets
That
off
doesn't
in the day,
that none of what you just read gave that. You're pulling your own experience in it. I think that woman definitely
but
could
you're like,
be.
it only takes 30 minutes, but it only takes 30 minutes. Like it's not that fucking bad. Then do it. Let me see you like try to do it.
But you're like pulling in some weird like you're reading into stuff that's not there right now.
Just
I
tell,
think like
just tell me the assistant lied, Leslie.
Yeah.
The assistant lied.
Yeah.
I'm
Like,
mad.
I think you're defending because I think stay-at-home moms usually catch a bad rap, and I agree with you.
And I think that's part of it, and it makes me
I've
angry.
defended stay-at-home moms all the time. But I believe once your kid goes to school, there is no reason ever to not be up on your shit.
Here's my thing.
Because that means you have 8 hours a day to do your shit.
Yeah, and
Yeah, but
there-
here's my thing. But if the house is clean, then what is he fucking complaining about? If the shit is done, then what is he mad at?
Well, clearly
it?
it's not.
yeah.
Because like here, listen.
She's asking to pay for a maid.
Listen. We've watched when me and you have when we're busy right now, and we're out here filming, we're doing our stuff, and just one day the house gets kind of messy. Like how we didn't do much. The house gets messy if you're not cleaning up after yourself, right? So what we've done is we're cleaning up after ourselves. We make our kids are doing the same thing. So if she's not cleaning up after herself, or if he feels like he doesn't need to do the dishes at night,
But
which
she's
he
not
doesn't,
asking him to do the dishes. She's not asking him to do that. She's not saying, "Hey,
she's
I know you're
complaining
coming home."
about the dishes though.
But here's my thing. He's saying glaringly obvious. You don't like.
What?
He's saying like only things that are glaringly obvious.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. Like, yeah, like.
But here's my thing.
stuff on the
Some
floor.
days, like you have a great job, right? Like some days, because you have the same argument. Like you don't have to leave the house. You don't have to do anything strenuous. Some days for work, not every single day, right? But you're like, I still fucking work today. Same thing. If she got her job done efficiently and in 2.5 hours, then what does it matter how long she fucking works for? You want her off her feet
Leslie,
working
you're
all
The
day?
problem
but
isn't how
He's
long it
saying
took.
it's not being done, and she wants to get a maid for it. That's the problem. Is she's saying it's too much for her to handle. I need you to pay somebody to do it for me. Get a job. Go pay for it yourself.
So
That's
she
what
I
needs
get,
to
I get
happen.
defensive of stay-at-home moms. I'm gonna do
You
that
do,
shit
but
for
this
long
is a
time.
crazy
this is
situation.
an outlier.
You're
I get
you're
upset.
getting way too defensive. Like you're trying to bring in like somehow you're involved. Like you have always worked your ass off to keep the house.
I know, that's why I'm mad.
She's clearly not. Like if she has no kids at home, which you've never had, okay? But when you do, when you have no kids at
But
home
guess what?
every
Now
now
I'm
and then,
working. You know what I'm gonna do? Pay somebody to come do this shit. Fucking house.
that's what I'm saying. Get a job. Have her get a job and pay for it.
Yeah.
That's what we're saying. Like
You know what? Now I'm mad.
so here's the thing.
Again, the other way.
Are you
Here's
mad
the
at her
thing.
now?
Yeah, now I'm mad at her.
Okay.
Yeah, here's the thing. Don't ever bring in an outside person on something like that. Advice to anybody out there. The struggle of stay at home versus working is real.
Yes.
To
I
pretend
agree.
like it's always been perfect for us. Absolutely not. We've had arguments. We've had times where we've had to figure things out. She's been right. I've been right. We've decided
we've
to
recently
take
had
things
to
off.
reassess
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
what we're doing here.
But you never supposed to bring an outside source like an assistant into that situation.
No, that's something deeply
Absolutely
personal. They're
not.
both wrong.
Oh yeah.
End of the day, you're both wrong.
He went about it all wrong. But yeah, if you have no kids at home, you don't need a maid. Absolutely not.
I have so many more follow-up questions
Okay.
for this guy, not
Okay.
for y'all.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh
okay.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Like, did you stand over your assistant while he looked?
No.
Or
He
did
left
you
him.
leave the room
he left it
and let him
for sure.
catalog her day
Yeah,
for 2
like,
weeks?
That's weird.
No, he
as
said that. He
fuck.
said he paid him to watch her all day.
That's
First off, if you could do that, pay a fucking maid,
that's
douchebag.
psychopathic.
Like that's
tendencies.
crazy.
Yeah.
But you
It's to
stay-
prove
you
a
gotta
point.
still take your stuff.
It's the
the need to be right
it's
there,
the
which
need
is crazy.
to be right, which is not a good place to be in your marriage.
No,
period.
don't get me wrong.
There's some deeper shit there.
If she was an employee, he did the right thing. But she's not. She's your wife, and a
It's a
stay-at-home wife
different-
is a completely different. You cannot treat your stay-at-home wife. She's not employed by you,
No.
and that is a lot of men who believe that. Like, just because you work, your wife is some sort of your employee because you bring the money in. Absolutely
Fuck off.
not. Absolutely not. Your wife is your wife. She has responsibilities at home. You cannot treat her like an employee. That's what that guy's doing. Like, don't get me wrong. If I have
She
an
should
employee
still
at
be
work,
carrying her weight. I
yeah,
agree.
absolutely. But if you have an employee at work, yeah, watch the cameras, find out if they're working. You cannot do that to your wife.
No.
That is, you're getting divorced. you
just-
start that process bad.
I just want to know if like the assistant was required a report, like 500 words.
This guy seems like the kind of guy to do that.
Also-
he had to time log everything.
Just based off of, just complete implications, she has no idea that they're a camera.
No,
team.
That's what I'm
absolutely not.
saying.
Yeah.
Which is
I
a
don't-
bigger red flag.
That
No,
is-
she knows there's cameras. She absolutely does not think he's using them
No,
like
I
that.
don't think she knows, dude. Like,
Yeah. No,
you wouldn't-
listen.
He said it's a home security.
If
He
I-
gave him the
yeah,
login
it's
to his home security
She
system.
knows it's there. But if I closed my eyes, this is what it looks like: rich white couple, nice house. She stays at home.
What, black
He's
people
a
can't be rich?
douchebag.
Yeah,
What's up,
what?
man?
He was in. No.
No,
th-
because that woman would not be dealing
That
with that
guy's-
shit. That's a white woman thing to fucking
Listen.
deal with.
No. Both these people dealing with their problems like white people.
Yes, this is a white person way to do
I
it.
respect the hell out of black relationships a lot of times because
They gonna deal with their shit.
they gonna deal with their shit. There ain't none of this like behind the back shit. That's some white people shit right there.
Okay.
I do not agree with it, but it is. I do not agree with that. Like, dude, just be. You're supposed to lead too. Like, if you're assuming that role and all that, that comes with leadership. That comes with gaining the respect of your wife. That guy clearly doesn't know how to lead his household.
No.
He's an asshole. Should she be doing more? Yeah,
I
but
agree.
you got to
I
lead
agree.
her to it. You can't just be an asshole. You definitely can't spy on her with an assistant.
And I think that's part of it. Is are you the asshole? Yes, but also no.
Also, you definitely set your assistant up. Like, he didn't be like, hey, just take a look at what my wife's doing today. He's like, my lazy ass wife trying to
Yeah,
make me get a
for sure.
freaking. He set her up for failure. But yeah, I mean, you should carry your own weight. And if your responsibility is not bills, then keep the household clean. Absolutely. I think it's a fair and balance. Now, if you're both bringing in income, no, it's completely different.
No, you need to reassess.
Then you
those.
reassess and rebalance. But if he's the only income and all you're doing is supposed to be taking care of the household, take care of the household. Because if he
also-
stopped paying bills, guess what? Nobody be blaming her.
Here's my
blaming
thing.
him.
I have to read these things also with a grain of salt because it's an unreliable.
perspective.
It's his perspective.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
an unreliable narrator situation. What she's doing, and I'm not saying he's completely wrong. Like, if you're logging hourly what she's doing, it's still weird. But like, obviously, like you're seeing, like, oh, she's only working 2.5 hours a day. But like, what is glaringly obvious to you? Like picking up, like, let her actually do absolutely nothing for a day. Like, if she actually and see what your fucking house looks like. Like, that would be my challenge to this man. Okay, do absolutely nothing for the day. Do I think she needs to pay for a maid? No.
It sounds like she
Hold
is
on.
doing absolutely.
Hold on. Before we
Well,
go
no, because the
any...
house is staying clean.
No, that's
He's
not
not
what
saying
he
the
He
house
didn't
is
say
not
that.
clean. He didn't say the house wasn't clean. He didn't say their house was a pigsty.
I'm not... Okay, before we go any farther, she's the only one at home. If the house is dirty, she's going negative. That's really bad.
No, don't do it. No. So after dinner at night, don't do any dishes. Don't do any of that stuff. So like after, like I'm
Yeah, and
guaranteed-
have him not go to work. They don't have a house.
That's what I'm
like,
saying. But I'm
That's just
guaranteed.
responsibility.
But I know that. But what I'm saying is, like, I guarantee, like, she's cooking all of the meals, would be my guess, right? Like, she's cooking, she's doing the chores, she's doing all of the laundry that needs to be done, would be my guess. This guy is not cooking his own meal.
Okay,
This guy is not
who
doing
cares
his
if that's
laundry.
the agreement?
No, his-
That's the glaringly
Yeah,
obvious.
His assistant is getting the meal while he's at work at his
Right.
high stress
He
job.
probably pays a lot of money. No,
Yeah, he's a
No,
stockbroker,
here's the
I'm
thing.
guessing.
Before we go any farther, those are the glaring obvious things, like dishes in the sink. That's glaringly obvious. You should be doing that. That's the job you've set out for yourself as a stay-at-home, right? I mean, is that not glaringly obvious?
I mean, yeah, dishes and stuff are, but I'm
the
just saying.
floors. I mean, what
But
do you
I don't
think?
think she's not doing anything. If this guy leaves
No,
at like
he's-
7:00 every day
Leslie,
and gets home
Leslie,
at 3:30.
He's only mad because she wants a maid to do it now for her. He's not mad at what she's been doing. He's mad because she's claiming it's too much for her to handle and is asking for a maid. That's why he's not saying she's doing a poor job. He's saying you're doing fine and it's completely something you should be doing.
Here's my thing.
You don't need a maid.
Here's a question. Here's a counter question. Let me just fucking poke in this for a minute. 7 to 3:30, right? He works, or 6 to 3, whatever the
well,
fuck.
clearly
he
he
works
works something like
Listen,
that because 30 minutes early to pick up the daughter around
he's
3.
home by 3:30,
Yep.
right? Okay, whatever. So he's not. It's not like he's working, slaving 12 hours a day. So when he gets home, no, shut up. Listen, when he gets home, if she's doing all of the work at that point, if he is off of work, because this guy does not seem like the kind of guy that he's coming home and he is just being active.
What work do you think he needs to do?
I'm not saying
The
he
house
needs
shouldn't
to
be
do
a mess.
anything.
Nobody
That's
was
what I'm saying,
there.
but I'm not saying. But she is taking on the brunt of the rest of it. So if he's working
Leslee,
these 8
what is
hours
the
and
brunt
she's
of the rest
working
of it?
these 8 hours,
What is the brunt
Also,
of the rest
what
of it?
evidence
Also,
tells you that he's?
I'm
It's
inferring.
but Leslie, it doesn't matter. All he's saying is she wants to get rid of that and get somebody to do it for her, and he's saying no, just keep doing what you're doing. You're trying to I don't know where you're coming. You're missing the whole point.
I'm not missing the fucking point. I get the point.
Well,
What do you
she's
mean,
heated
then?
now.
What do you mean?
Because if she's working, if she doesn't want to work these fucking 8 hours, he gets home, he's not working 8 hours, and she's taking the second shift in the PM. Then what does it matter?
You think there's 8 hours of work to clean up after 2 people?
Leslie, have you?
We have a 5-person household and it doesn't take 8 hours. Or we have a 7-person, 5 kids. It doesn't take 8 hours.
Let's scrub this whole house top to bottom.
You shouldn't be needing to scrub the house top to bottom every day. We've talked about this. You keep it clean. You're doing it right now. You've never had a problem with it. And we've talked about it on multiple occasions. The 8 hours, yes, come home. If you have 5 children at home and you've got toddlers but you have no kids at home during the day, which means there's nothing to be done during the day.
I'm putting my own personal experience in this. And
I
that's not a
know.
fair thing to
It's
do.
not you. This guy has 1 kid in school. It's not you with 5 children at home. It's completely different. And all she's saying is she doesn't want to do anything at all. It's too much for her. You've never said that. You've always just owned up and done it. That's why I don't understand. For me, it's an absolute smack in your face.
I don't
That
know
this
why
woman
I'm
just
mad.
can't handle it and wants a maid. I've offered to get you a maid now, and you're like, no, I can handle
Put
it.
your big girl panties on, bitch.
It's back around to the
Yeah,
other
right.
side.
We flipped it
Bro,
in.
you're so confusing to me right
You're
now.
very volatile today.
Yes, just
I'm
back
in a
and
10 today.
forth.
I don't know what's happening.
I wish that both of you would just go ahead and respond to this "Am I the asshole?" post
Yes.
and see who gets
Oh.
more upvotes.
Yeah.
Oh, but Leslie has 4 posts. It doesn't count. This guy's an asshole. Actually, you know what? Upon further thinking, this bitch can't work. You know what? He made her spot. Oh, fuck that guy. Wait. Changing it up. Now that I thought about this, she's lazy as fuck.
I have to talk it out.
I agree. But y'all just got to see, and this is probably makes people who've never seen us interact.
Fuck you.
Because I allow my wife has big emotions back and forth. And it is just something you're like, oh, just keep letting her talk it out. Keep letting her bounce ideas off of me. Just keep talking to her about it. And we get through things. This was not uncomfortable for us at all, but objectively looking at how there's dude, Leslie might kill him tonight. No, dude, we just worked it out. We're done.
No,
But yeah.
she's being a twat.
No, he
Michelle.
did it. He was wrong.
You're still an
he was
asshole.
wrong
Yes, you
about
are an
the way
asshole.
he went about it.
Yes, you're still an asshole.
But no, she doesn't need a maid.
But no, you don't need a maid.
Definitely not.
Pull your big girl
There's
panties on.
absolutely no reason you should have a maid if you have 1 kid in school and 2 dogs. Or just kill the dogs.
What the fuck?
If they're making a mess,
I do not condone
dude, that
Cody's
was a joke.
behavior.
We're gonna have to bleep that one.
No.
Yeah. No, Carl said absolutely not.
Well,
It's
Peter,
going in.
Peter might put an anti-Cody Les
whoop-de-doo.
campaign on you.
Whoop-de-doo. Bring it.
Cody
I
fucking
eat
hates
chicken
PETA.
and beef and pork.
Yeah.
I'll eat anything. Honestly, I'd eat a dog if, in China. I've got no
They
problem
eat
with
dogs.
that.
You
I know, that's what I'm
can't say
They
saying.
that.
sell them on the. No, yeah, you can.
You can.
They sell them on the
That is their
street.
primary source of meat. If I
Dogs.
was in China and somebody was like, hey, I got dog, I'd be like, yeah, cool. I'll try it out.
You've probably had dog in your life and just didn't know it.
I'd eat cats, dogs. It doesn't matter. I don't think the meat of an animal. Because here's the thing: it's like, oh my god, you would not eat a dog. Dogs are pets. It's like, yeah, go to India and try to get a hamburger. That's a freaking religious animal over there. It's just our culture, and I'm not gonna be dumb enough to think that other cultures are evil because they eat dogs or something.
No.
I'd eat a dog for sure. I'd try that. I've heard it's delicious. I had a foreign exchange student in China, and we had a family dog, and he used to tell us all the time she would make a good meal. And I'm
What was
thinking
the
about
dog's
she
name?
probably would.
Chija.
Kina.
No, Chija was the foreign exchange student.
God
Sorry.
damn.
What was the name?
Shit.
Chija.
Try to eat pizza.
Kina.
Kina. Kina soup. Did he talk
Akita.
about Kina?
It was an Akita.
Oh, it was Nikita soup.
No, he didn't want soup.
Okay.
He wants eat that shit like a
Yeah.
chicken leg, dude.
What's a drum?
He told, yeah, he did. He said the thighs are gonna be good.
Oh wow.
Smoked Akita.
He used to tell that to people all the time.
I
We'd go to their
imagine,
house,
like-
they'd be like, "Your dog is too small to eat."
Is there
You're
like a
good
back
because we're
strap?
not eating him.
On a dog, like a backstrap.
I don't want to think about that.
Oh, like a flank steak?
Our
Yeah.
boys call him Uncle Chicha.
Because he is Uncle Cheetah.
We love
That is
Uncle
my
Chicha.
brother.
We love Chicha.
You just called our dog his name.
I didn't mean to. I got mixed up.
Nah. Yeah, exactly. I
Did
would
he
never
teach you
mix them up.
Chinese?
What?
Did he teach you Chinese?
Oh, yeah, but
Like
I forgot it all.
Shishini and
Oh, yeah. I forgot.
Nehame.
He used to teach me
Yeah.
things all the time.
No,
Mostly
no
I just
clue,
wanted
that's
to
it.
know how to, like...
Swear.
So, no, I didn't care about that. Dude, he used to hype me up like nobody's business. Like, you come to China, you be tall, big wiener, all the things I'm not in America, I'd be there. Let me tell you right now, he was like, you would be...
What you could be in
And
China.
red hair, apparently red hair is like...
I heard. I'm just
You be
super.
slaying
I'd be slaying.
Chinese
Yeah.
poontang.
And he
I've
used to tell me all
Good
the
for
time.
you.
Chinese women love American men.
Yes,
So,
and that's special. Now, this is
specifically
Chija. Chija said
Caucasians.
red hair and black guys because they're so rare that if you
Fascinating.
go over there...
We're freaking commodities.
Yeah,
baby.
no, for real. He was like, if you have red hair, and then I was like, cool. So I'd be like the king. He's like, maybe
Yeah.
you and black. And I was like, black what? He's like, black people. And I was like, why? He's like, I didn't even see one until I came
Super
to America.
rare. They're
And I
like
was like, shit.
Black people are super rare. They're like McLarens. and
Literally,
stuff.
dude.
What the
Hey,
fuck?
How
he
many
literally,
McLarens have you seen?
he literally told me he was like, I didn't
None.
even- he was like,
Exactly.
I didn't even see a black guy till I came to America. And I was like, what? For real? Like, not at all? He was like, no. I was like, did you see any white people? Like, two. Because that's what we don't understand over there is like, if
It's
you're
not
it's not like America,
America.
where we're very diverse. China, especially in certain areas, where it's like where he's from is not like a very big, like he didn't
It's
live in a
Chinese.
big city where, you know, everything's, it's like a rural place where there's no tourism out there. Y'all worked, like that's what he lived in. There isn't other people there really, you know. There isn't a ton of other cultures just mixed in. Like you have your major cities, like you go to Shanghai or something, yeah, you'll see all sorts of people because there's tourists.
I
But
wanna go so bad.
he'd never really been to any of those places.
That's
So
wild. So it's
China's
like
crazy.
it's like the
It's not
equivalent
like
of
it.
like living in like some fucking cornfields in like Montana or who has cornfields?
I mean, you still probably see a black guy. Damn. Like,
Just saying you're isolated.
we live in Arkansas. We got one sitting in the house with us.
Cody, how many black people did you know from your hometown?
A
Personally?
lot.
How many?
What do you mean personally?
Just
Two
don't
of
say
my
you had a
best
lot of black
friends were
friends.
black. This is what's weird.
I have black friends.
That's the equivalent.
No,
That's
but you're
Cody's
asking me
energy.
like my town had like 30%
Your
black.
mother, your God dang it. Your sister's words to me verbatim like 3 weeks ago were, yeah, there was one black family in town, and I was friends with somebody.
That's not true though.
Tell
in
your
Miller
sister.
Grove.
Just
There
words
wasn't
of
no black
advice
people,
for the 3 Caucasian people here. If someone asks you about your black friends or the count of them, never put a number.
No.
That's
Because it's
awful.
always racist when you do that.
Every time.
She sets me up. She's like, "How many black people did you know?" I'm like, "There's not an answer for that." But the funny thing is, she
There you
listen.
go,
Hold on. Let me do this for you guys, okay? Leslie, my friend group consisted of 5 people. Okay, let's go through them right now. Thomas.
Black.
No, Thomas is Mexican.
Thomas was half black, I thought.
She's trying to help
Damn,
you out.
bro. Thomas is Mexican.
One eternity later.
All right, I don't know where this episode went because we had a whole plan and even a question that we're gonna ask, but we're
We'll
just
have-
gonna wrap it up here.
We'll save it for next
Put a
week.
bow on it. We'll save the question for next time. Thank you guys for making it through that episode. I don't know if this is a good episode or bad one. You'll have to tell us in the comments, I guess.
Actually, don't.
Actually, do I don't even care. I just want more comments. All right, let's say drive it through
Okay.
the algorithms.
Jesus.
I don't care if you have hate comments. Leslie, you've made your living on hate comments.
Oh, people love this shit on me.
Yeah, dude, you know you're about to have a good video because that means you're outside of your follower base almost every time. You start seeing hate comments, you're like, oh, it's about to be a lot of views because that means it's getting pushed to the For You page and you're getting all those people
hate
just,
me on the For
And
You
here's the thing,
page.
my favorite thing is you spend 15 minutes typing up 10 comments on my page. You're just shoving my video down somebody else's neck. You're so mad about it, and yet...
Dollar bills, bitch.
You're just making me better. All right,
We
again,
gotta go.
down a rabbit hole. This whole
God,
episode was
bye,
rabbit holes.
guys.
Adios. Thank you.
Subscribe, like it. Love y'all. Bye.